Greetings and welcome everybody. We are here for the ESL One Genting Open Qualifiers. You've seen a little bit of Southeast Asia, you've seen a little bit of CIS on the other channels. I don't know if you saw any of China, but we're heading into Europe now as we get ourselves into our round number 1 here. Be Like Water up against Raven G Club. And we've got a fair few teams signed up for this. A couple of the bigger teams did get buys in round number 1, so we'll try and catch up to the likes of Singularity, 5 Anchors, No Captain. I believe Wagamama's team was in here as well. Left One TV should be around somewhere in the bracket. But we'll find out exactly where those guys are heading later on as we get into the draft for this game. I'll just close the chat there, had that open. We had a little disconnect and a reconnect. Some very nice manners from the opposing team as well. They paused when the enemy draft disconnected. Lovely, lovely lads. So, Be Like Water, Spirit Breaker, Disruptor. They are role-playing as Virtus Pro, apparently. Lots of chase, catch, and kill power there for those guys, while Raven G Club started off with the first pick, Shadow Shaman. Little guy can drop himself down into the 5 role, just harass out people in lanes. Pretty slow on his feet, but once he gets himself, arcane boots, maybe drums, urn, look towards the Aghanims and the Blink Dagger, he can really be a huge, monumental force in games, honestly, being able to just shove waves. You hide in the trees, come out, you Ether Shock a wave, push a tower, plop your Serpent Wards down on a tier 1, on a tier 2. Get the split push going while Bounty Hunter will be running around tracking people up and looking for those early game harassment and nuisance kills that he so lovely can do. 4th ban, Morphling, Viper. 5th one coming out now from Be Like Water. Options are pretty limitless at this point. They do have a decent amount of catch for heroes like Storm, like AM, right? It's not an awful game. Going into that later part of the draft, you're not as scared of those super hard carries coming out and biting you in the backside, and they go with a ban on Nyx instead. Remove some of the vision to go along with that Bounty Hunter. As OD is the ban there. So that could be, with Nyx banned and then OD banned, that's a pretty huge indicator of a Medusa pick coming. So it would be interesting to see if Be Like Water decide to block pick Medusa right now. Because they could fit Medusa into the draft relatively easily. No problem whatsoever with that. But when you see OD Nyx banned, it's like, are they picking like a Medusa, an AM, or a Timbersaw? Those are the 3 big ones that kind of scream at you when you see those 2 heroes banned out, especially when they're on like opposing squads, right? I'm pretty sure Be Like Water knows what's going on. They do go with the Earthshaker as their 3rd pick, though, so that will be an off-lane ES. I assume the Spirit Breaker and Disruptor will be your 2 support heroes. But Raven G Club, come on, show me the Medusa. Show me what you are banning that OD for.
10 seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining.
Can't be too scared of these 3 heroes. You could always start thinking about, your Puck, your Ember Spirit for that mid lane. Heroes that aren't really too perturbed by the charges from the Spirit Breaker coming in. Could go with one of those first and leave Medusa for a little bit later. Maybe Raven G Club are worried about the AM pick over on the other side, right? They've got 3 heroes that can make action happen from an early stage. Buy space and a little bit of time for AM to farm his Battle Fury, his Manta. And I go with a Gyrocopter as their 3rd pick. Now that's an interesting one. I was not expecting that at all. But with the kind of stats, tanky race car build, you can go on Gyro with Phase, Drums, S&Y. Mask of Madness, of course, gets slotted in there for that nice little farming utility. You pair that with track and homing missiles.
5 seconds.
Oh, you can do a ton. You can do a ton. I really was expecting Medusa to come out here somewhere. Lifestealer from Be Like Water. That rage will prove to be useful up against Gyrocopter. get in on top of someone. You've got the natural carriers, of course, as well, with Infest going into a charging Spirit Breaker, or once the Earthshaker gets the Blink Dagger, you've got
10
that nice
seconds
little
remaining.
tool to go along with it as well.
5 seconds remaining.
Raven, Raven, Raven. Bounty 4, Shadow Shaman 5, Gyro. Likely to be that one. We haven't seen too much mid-Gyro recently, I want to say. Even with the nice little homing missile build that has become pretty popular in the safe lane anyway. So still expecting an off-laner here. You know, yeah. Your Tide Hunter is up against a Disruptor, so you don't really want to go down that road, I don't think. You've got no Nyx, no Beastmaster, no Brewmaster, no Omni. Clockwork is still out there. We've seen a huge resurgence of Clockwork coming back into play, and when you've got things like, you know, Call Down and Rocket Barrage, trap a couple of people inside the cogs and you can do a lot of work, but they go with the Legion Commander instead. She'll have a much easier laning time anyway, you know, purging off Open Wounds and Thunderstrike, being able to potentially escape from a Spirit Breaker charge. Much stronger laning, definitely, than a Clockwork would bring. Clockwork can still get harassed back by an Orb of Venom Spirit Breaker with Disruptor chasing him around.
5 seconds
So I do get behind that Legion pick. I'm with this. So we need mid-heroes for both teams, it appears. And this is where we're going to see Anti-Mage banned, right? One of these squads is going to ban AM. Oh, there's the Medusa ban, so that comes out. So maybe now Raven G Club doesn't need to ban AM. The Medusa finally appeared, though. I'm so happy. What else is good?
10 seconds remaining.
They've all got a decent amount of, you know, wave clear, shove, illusion
5
clear.
seconds remaining.
They've got Fisher and charge, Echo Slam, overwhelming odds, and Call Down and Flat Cannon on the other team. Be like Water might struggle a little bit more with the illusions just because their carry hero is a life stealer. But with the Storm ban now, would have been a tricky hero to lock down. Basically, you only have Hex as that instant disable to catch the Storm. But it's the 5th pick now for Raven.
Remaining.
What is your final
5
hero?
seconds remaining.
Is it Queen of Pain? Is it Puck?
Radiant team pick.
It is Puck. And that was one we mentioned earlier, up against Spirit Breaker, Disruptor, even the Earthshaker. Good at dodging ganks. Can struggle a little bit during nighttime against Earthshaker with, you know, long-range Fisher into Static Storm. They do have initiation tools up against the little fairy
10
dragon.
seconds remaining.
But the final pick goes to Be Like Water. They get to potentially
5 seconds
counter
remaining.
this one out. Do have to remember there's a bounty hunter on the enemy team, and they go with Meepo.
Select your hero.
They're a Meepo team. We were talking about the 4 Protect 1 here. They've got 4 heroes that go and make action happen from an early stage. Spirit Breaker, Disruptor, Earthshaker, and Lifestealer can all go and team fight and brawl pretty early on. Raven G Club can do the same thing though, you know, Gyro, Bounty, Puck, all pretty good in these little scraps where you don't have a 5v5 early on, but Be Like Water. This Meepo better work out for you. Better work out for you. That is a 5th pick. Swing pick if I've ever seen one. Great against the Puck. Great against the Gyro. You've got that magic resist going. But we'll get ourselves into game very shortly. As we get away with things. Mercedes-Benz logo's going. Intel logo's there. JD logo's also up at the top. All looking really good. We did it. And away we go. These are best of ones all the way through to the round of 8 as we will
Prepare
turn
for battle.
on this and we will turn off this. Oh, testing. Has it turned itself off again? Oh dear. Oh, we have no ticket anyway, so it doesn't matter. We'll just turn it off. It was working again the other day. Something's chewed on the cable. There's a gremlin around. So yeah, best of ones all the way through to the round of 8. Top 4 teams go through to the closed qualifiers for their region here for ESL One Genting. Manta Style on the Lifestealer, a better player Disruptor. Mini-Me Strength,
30
Mini-Mistra,
seconds to battle.
Mini-Maestro. I'm not sure what the STR at the end of his... See, I would say Mini-Me, right? His name is Mini-Me, and then Stra. Supreme on the puck. Lucky no on that Shadow Shaman. Muff playing the Bounty Hunter. Muff. And Tipek, the Gyro. While over on this side, I'm not Thomas. Thomas the Meepo. Treacherous Earthshaker. Good names. I do not know what that says, so I will not try. As Bounty Rune double here taken by Supreme's puck. Very nice. Triple Bounty Rune there for the Dire team. As the Radiant did fall back pretty quickly from this area. Is that double block here? Look at that, double block on this camp. Ridiculous. 2 Observer Wards used down in the bottom lane to try and give the Legion a better laning stage. Shadow Shaman might start mid here to help the Meepo. Bounty Hunter also lurking around. I meant to try and kill the Meepo, not help the Meepo. Help the puck. Spirit Breaker is lurking around. No dust on him though, so Bounty Hunter is going to have a nice little time lurking around in the shadows. Did we miss anyone over on this Radiant team? No, I think we caught everyone, didn't we? So Bounty with the Orb of Venom. No sentries placed mid, so there isn't that battle of the sentries back and forth between the 2 teams. Just going to be the Meepo taking a pummeling here from the Bounty. Every once in a while, he'll lose a little bit of HP. Now he's getting chipped away lower and lower, but he'll be able to dip back into the trees, get himself a tango going. And he does have a sentry to throw down here into the mix as well to see where that bounty's coming from. Doesn't need it just now though. Up at top, what are we doing? Earthshaker 1 CS, Gyro 5 and 2, looking to be 6 and 2. Oh, CS lol, missed that one. I was like, where's the courier? Where's it going? Little thing hopping away. Going down towards bottom lane. Meepo is dropping very low here in this mid lane. CSing decently now, though, up to 4 and nothing. The puck doubling up, though, on the Meepo. As we expect with a Bounty Hunter just sticking like glue in this lane to that little Geomancer. He does have his sentry down now, though, so he'll see the bounty coming in. And I do wonder if Muff places down a sentry of his own, and he will do so. So sentry kind of wasted from the Meepo as Shadow Shaman gets the double bounty rune and coming in for this backstab. You want to get this Earthshaker. He's closing in on level 3. They ping out where he should be. Treacherous. Moves around to the side, gets his level 3. He can go Aftershock now and maybe turn back around with a stun. Mid lane, Meepo still in trouble here. Has his first Wraith Band, but this Bounty Hunter causing all sorts of problems as the orb comes in, flies over the top. Meepo's caught here. The TP from Earthshaker will not be in time. And first blood goes the way of Supreme. Down at bottom lane though, they caught the Legion Commander here with a slow. They go back in. They do not have a glimpse. Field up in 4 seconds time. But with that Snout Shield, it looks like Legion will be just fine. Walks it all off. Oh, they find Earthshaker up at top lane with the shackles into a level 2 rocket barrage. Homing missile was in play as well there. Bottom lane, they go back in onto the Legion Commander. There's press the attack, but the open wounds comes after. The damage output looking decent enough here. One more slice there from the Lifestealer would have had it, but it's going to be the Disruptor who secures the kill. You look at this map overall, Dire team is definitely doing a much better job at farming in these lanes. But Meepo can start now splitting around a little bit. But they need to keep tabs on this Bounty Hunter, causing all kinds of chaos. Over towards this mid lane, the jungle camps as well. Meepo goes all the way back to base. He's only level 3 still. And now with the Waning Rift already used, looks like Meepo will have to poof away from this one. He's not doing it. He's getting his other Meepo to come back in, but that's just going to be him dying. Interesting decision there, not paying off for the Meepo, as the Radiant team losing out in what feels like every lane but their safe lane with these tri-lane heroes Playing very defensively.
Radiant's middle tower
Double
has
wards
suffered
paying
an
off, of course. This camp is blocked. The courier gets one slice to it. Now they fortify it up, but that fortify is going to wear off. Bounty shouldn't be able to catch it, though, as it gets to the southern line of trees. If Muff finds this, oh my god, has he got it as well?
has been killed.
Muff, the bounty god, gets the courier. Now we have the shackles in onto the Earthshaker. Puck jumps over the top with a DD rune. Supreme comes in and allows Lucky Note to get that kill onto Earthshaker. 1-4. This Meepo has a lot to do. I wonder if this Lifestealer has what it takes to make the space that Meepo needs. (30-17) Gyro charged up now, though, with the Earthshaker lagging behind just a touch. They weren't able to go in and secure themselves any kind of further aggression. Now coming through is the homing missile, clips onto the Earthshaker. Shackles are ready as well. Spirit Break trying to get this bash. He's got a charge ready now. Goes on through with the two-man Fisher. Treacherous tries to turn around. Damage not coming through, though, from that enchant totem. Lucky No still relatively healthy, and with another Shackles and Bounty Hunter arriving, they've got the Janada slice and dice there from Muff as Tipek comes out with a double kill, as if he wasn't farmed up already. He's going to get even more farmed. Who have they caught? Legion? Never going to be able to kill this Legion, are you? Dragged back into the kinetic field. The bounty rune finally taken here by Disruptor. But Legion is so damn tanky. Even with an Orb of Venom, this level 3 Spirit Breaker has another charge. And, well, if you get some bashes, maybe. But it's such a long shot. I don't feel like that's ever really going to happen as... Oh, God, top lane. Without the cooldown even, just homing missile and rocket barrage, it looks like there. Observe Ward up on the high ground, paying off massively for the Dire team yet again.
Radiant structures are fortified. Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
A mid lane Meepo, yet again, the victim of punishment. In comes the Dire gank squad and slays the Meepo. 37-0 over on this little guy. He's trying to get himself into treads, it looks like. Double Wraithband, treads, blink. The relatively standard build nowadays. We don't see too much of the Dragon Lance anymore since it's been nerfed several times.
Middle tower is under attack.
It's all about these Wraithbands. Nowadays, bottom lane Legion playing toe-to-toe with the Lifestealer and can do so because she's level 5 and so is he. Open wins to turn it back around with a charge forward. Mini-Me should be able to get back towards this tier 2 and be perfectly fine. Spirit Break's charging in between the middle of 3 Dire heroes. Now he's been caught by the Dream Coil. Turns back around, gets a bash in onto Lucky No, but they've got Shackles, Ether Shock, and a Waning Rift to secure the kill. Rasta holding on to his arsenal of abilities for maybe a potential secondary kill, which is the Meepo they're looking for. Dire Observer Ward scouted him out as he came in. Radiant Courier has died as well with phase boots and half an armor on it. Meepo he's getting the damage in onto this little puck now. Jaunts away with that illusory orb. Meepo comes back in, but the Ether Shock on the back end catches the weak one. 1-10. As now Legion bumped back from the bounty rune. Spirit Breaker charges forward, looking for another bash, but the secondary bounty rune will go the way of the Legion. Nice little observer ward placed, but with Bounty Hunter coming in and Shadow Shaman, this Spirit Breaker is going to need to charge away, but I don't know which direction he goes. Aiming in for the Legion Commander. Shadow Shaman still at the ready with a Hex and the Shackles. Now the open wounds, though. Lifestealer rages forward. The Ether Shock is there. Press the attack as well, keeping the Shadow Shaman up and running, and he's still alive. Not going to go down. Lifestealer's going to fall here. That pressed the attack, doing just enough to keep the Shadow Shaman alive through the right clicks of the Lifestealer. And now it's 1-12. Not looking particularly good here for the Radiant team. The Brits charge forward, and with the Fisher there not really landing or connecting, the Gyrocopter will get a free kill onto the Spirit Breaker, but with a glimpse back, maybe they'll be able to bring him down. He gets a double kill now, taking down the Earthshaker as well. Open Wounds does slow Tipek just a little bit. He doesn't have stick charges or a TP yet. Down at bottom lane, they do get muffed there with the Geomancer, little Meepo, getting the final killing blow. Tipek still alive. He gets himself a triple kill because Disruptor sticks around. Full S&Y is done. That's a lot of gold, though. We're going the way of the Radiant team. And look at that. 835 for the Disruptor, 304 for the Lifestealer. About 500 experience each is not too bad, but mid lane they've killed on Meepo yet again. Now they turn back onto the Spirit Breaker. Fisher going to come through onto the Puck. The Bash is there as well. But with another orb forward here, I think Puck chases into this. Jaunt and Waning Rift ready, turns back with the Enchant Totem. But Shackles here from Lucky No make damn sure that the Earthshaker does not turn and fight. Now Puck wants to battle. 1v1 Disruptor. Now I've got two people behind me. Well, the Radiant get themselves a couple of kills. Still down in the dumps experience-wise, though. Net worth-wise, they are about 1k net worth per minute behind this dire squad. Look at that 10k lead is so close they can almost taste it. Experience about 5.7 thousand deficit there that the Radiant have currently with a Meepo on their team. And oh shit, that's my bad. Gyrocopter. Yeah, Disruptor. Not too happy about that ganking roaming gyro coming in. Doesn't have cooldown anymore, but with Shadow Shaman and Puck both coming in from the northern side of this shrine here, they are aiming to bring down Lifestealer. Hex to start things off. Fisher is lined up though nicely there. Supreme and Lucky No might be in trouble. Serpent Ward's dropped. Earthshaker falls down himself as the charge lands into Shadow Shaman. The Puck now is left alone, but the Serpent Ward's doing a lot of damage with the Dream Coil there. Puck turns and snaps the coil. Glimpses there. Supreme has an orb, but with the Static Storm, they're going to get the silence in. Gyrocopter's arrived though with a triple kill now, looking for more. Orb forward. Rage has arrived. Now jumps Puck. Fisher not ready, now it is. Lines up onto the gyro, stops the advance, but Treacherous has put himself in a really awful situation here where he's TP'd into his own death immediately. 4-24, 11 minutes into this game. And it feels like the Dire team might just have it, you know. You've nearly got Blink on Legion, Blink on Puck with Bottle Veil Treads. 606 Puck, 10-1 and 2 Gyrocopter. This top lane being defended as hard as they can. Nice bit of split push going. The Meepo knows what he needs to do though. Still going for the Dragon Lance. Gyro turned around on Meepo doing the damage. Maybe he's going to be able to get this, but Puck arrives just in time. Make sure that Meepo doesn't get anything. No tower, no kill, no split push, only death for the Meepo. Item-wise, Bounty Hunter on the Medallion hype train. And Earthshaker finally has brown boots. That feel when your offlane Earthshaker is the lowest net worth in the game. Disruptor and Spirit Breaker have got more done. Farm-wise anyway, Bounty Hunter down at this bottom lane. They still see the Meepo with his high ground Observer Ward. Dragon Lance is coming, but by no means is he the highest level in this game. Look at that, 12-11. The Meepo is even with the Lifestealer here, maybe a little bit ahead there. He's about to reach level 10, or at least he would be reaching level 10 if the cooldown wasn't on his head. I'm Not Thomas getting dropped low with the Rocket Barrage. Ooh, the Homing Missile should be able to secure this with the Static Storm drop. They maybe turn around, but there's no one from the Radiant ready to fight. They're spread too thin across this northern side of the map, and with no real maneuverability tools to speak of, they can't get into action as quickly as maybe they'd like. I just realized we're still sitting on a level 5 Earthshaker and 5 Spirit Breaker. They go in onto Gyro. Fisher is nice. Tipek turns around and battles with a flat cannon. He'll bring down the Spirit Breaker. Maybe he'll lose himself with the Infest there. Now the Echo to turn it back. Bounty Hunter dropping low. Gets the tracks out onto this Radiant team. In jumps the Puck as well with a two-man coil. Waiting Rift and Orb do a lot of damage, but the Armor Toggle from Manastar turns it back. Again, this time the Radiant. They are the ones who look like they might be in control of this fight. Armor Toggles, Manastar gets it up and going. Trying to bait out the Bounty Hunter. They don't get it done, and the bloody Legion in the back end gets a dual win. In comes the Spirit Breaker yet again. The Meepo still battling as well. Gets himself a double kill, looking for a triple as well, and snare in onto Bounty. Secures it for the Meepo. A triple from I'm Not Thomas, and that's his Dragon Lance complete. He can start looking for the Blink Dagger now. And the Radiant team, how much do they get out of that? Decent 4,000 gold. A quarter of that goes on to the Meepo. Not too shabby. Not too shabby at all. Still money made by the Radiant as well, killing so many heroes. Lifestealer still needs to make space for his Meepo friend. Meepo needs to make space for the other 4 heroes on his team. Oh, homing missiles. Very obnoxious. Donks him on the head. Still only level 2. Look at this gyro going S and Y into MKB. What a cheeky devil, honestly. Good little charge into Nether Strike. Static Storm looks good as well. Onto 2. Mantistar trying to come in to bring down 1, but it's the Bounty Hunter who's the only casualty here for the Dire team. They jump forward with the Dream Coil Waning Rift. They take down the Lifesteal. Now the Hexen forward as well with a duel onto Earthshaker. An ultra kill for Tipek will likely secure a victory here for the Dire team. 9-34. Meepo just couldn't get the job done. He's eyeing up an E-Blade here after Dragon Lance. No Blink, no Hex, just going for this hard split push build. Trouble is, no boot to travel makes it a little more difficult to move from side of the map to side of the map. Tier 2 glyphed up here. Roshan's still alive, of course. But they'll just shove down this mid-tier 2. Serpent Wards plonk down into this tier 3 mid on the high ground, and Mantis-style, he moves forward, rages to take down some of these Serpent Wards, but he's down to about half HP with this charge forward cancelled now. Bumping only into Tipek. Press the attack will bring the tier 3 down. Top lane, Meepo is actually split pushing reasonably well. Tier 3 top is falling lower and lower. Dire team diving in for kills. They catch the Earthshaker. Time being bought here. The Radiant team are split pushing. Top racks are falling. Tipek TP's up. The battle continues back towards mid lane. There's the Legion. Caught. The Echo comes through. They do catch it onto 2. The Meepo has died up at top though as Earthshaker brought to his knees. Lifestealer in the Dream Coil with the Spirit Breaker as well. Static Storm. It's very pretty. They turn back with the Lifestealer. They kill Lucky No, and now they're bringing down the Bounty Hunter. They've done it. They're winning this team fight. Potentially now the Legion Commander with the Waning Rift from the Puck secures them yet another. Meepo arrives. Has he brought back? It looks like he has. I'm Not Thomas clears up the Legion. They defend their racks at middle lane. They get some damage dealt to the top racks. And this is getting a little bit awkward for the Dire. Double buyback does get forced there. So the Radiant don't have buyback on their Meepo or their Earthshaker for the next fight around. And Meepo can't really... Oh god, the catapult's getting the racks. The catapult, the first racks of the game, falls, and it goes the way of the Radiant. The Dire lose an internal building. Oh! And now Meepo's doing Roshan. Go on, Meepo, my son. Scan over towards the east, looking for any kind of trespassers here. Bounty, Puck, both in the area. Roshan is about to fall, though. Bounty, he's going to poke his head in. No, he's not. Roshan's going to die, and they don't have a bloody clue. Now they get the extra little clone coming out. The Waning Rift jump in. Puck there with the Veil as well. Charge forward. Supreme not going to get caught. The phase shift is perfect. And now the Meepo loses Aegis. They try and get him out of there, but Spirit Breaker with another strike. They want to try and fight this. They've got the reveal, and Bounty Hunter will be the sacrifice as the cooldown lane down on top of the Meepo. Mantisal, armor toggles, Blink Hex from Lucky No. Serpent Wards trap them in. Down goes Mantisal's lifesteal. He's gone. Down for the count. Does not have buyback, but the Meepo's doing a lot of work. The trouble is, he's against a gyro and a Puck. Spreading all that damage. The clones are dying one by one. And now the Radiant. They have basically 2 heroes to defend their base. I don't feel that they are going to be able to.
Radiant's middle barracks is under attack. Radiant's middle barracks has fallen. Radiant's middle barracks has fallen.
Swing down towards the bottom racks as well. Oh, Disruptor. Grave error. Yule's up onto that Spirit Breaker. Now the Fissure as well from Treacherous, who has the Blink Echo ready now. Smoke time. Let's jump in. Let's catch them on this creep wave. Charge. Forward onto the Gyro. Earthshaker. Still trying to line this up with the Dream Coil in the back. They go in. Lifestealer does get damage dealt into Tipek. They bring down the Spirit Breaker first, though. Tipek going to be able to run away from this, potentially with the face boots. The movement speed from Sandra Yash and the jump forward. Legion Commander looking for this duel, but it's still on cooldown. Matter Style falls. And Earthshaker never got to cast that Blink Echo. Died before he even had a chance. 20 minutes in, the Radiant about to lose their second lane of racks here with Meepo respawning. He has Blink, Yasha, Ghost Scepter.
Bottom tower has fallen.
He'll go for the jump in. He'll immediately die. Does get at least one kill on the Bounty Hunter there. But it feels like the Radiant team all but given up. They've got Blink Echo still. Treacherous has this ready to jump in, but he gets jumped first by Supreme, and good game is called. Static Storm's thrown for a nice little party there in the middle of the Radiant base. But that will be it. Raven G Club will take down Be Like Water, 16-51. Relatively simple affair here, 20 minutes is all it took for them to dispatch their opponents. Lifestealer going to try and get some kills back onto the enemy team as they cancel the GG call. Wow, it feels like they have. Still going to give this a try. Still going to keep on playing. Good game, well played. Test. Earthshaker jumping away from Legion. I'm surprised there's like no question marks and shit being spammed. Why is everyone being so... Maybe no one noticed. Maybe I was the only one to see him say it. Oh well. Radiant team all alive again, I guess. Gyro dead for 20. Roshan, of course, was taken by the Meepo a while back and immediately lost. He blinks in onto Bounty Hunter. Trying to get some more kills here before the game ends, but 70 seconds without their Meepo. As Legion gets another duel win. Infest. Spirit Breaker has the Lifestealer inside of him. They smoke. You've got no Echo Slam. I'm not sure how they defend this. We're going to play third-person perspective Dota 2. Here we go. Can't see a bloody thing. Oh, Puck is getting slapped around. Good shackles, though. Comes out onto Spirit Breaker. Now Earthshaker jumps in. They're all tracked up. Legion Commander chasing down the Lifestealer. Going to bring him down as well. Sick camera work as Shackles and Hex in onto Disruptor. Dueled and killed. The Radiant team have lost every single hero that they had. And now they're going to lose every single building inside of their base that they had.
Radiant's top barracks has fallen. Radiant's top barracks.
What's your plan, Meepo?
The Dire now have mega creeps.
Oh, Blink Echo onto 3. Then comes Meepo. Dream Call back, though. Damage output not going to be good enough from the Radiant team. Gyro will die. A sick 3-man combo, and one hero gets taken out.
Radiant's middle tower has fallen.
That's a pretty nice view. Fighting up on the staircase. Puck up in the air as well. Sick. Cinematic camera shots. GG, I guess. Well, that was interesting. So, that is there's round 1 done. And hopefully, very shortly, we will have 5 anchors, no captain. We were waiting for them because they got a bye in round 1. The match that they are going to be up against next is Very Important Person or Virgins. Those are the 2 names of the 2 teams that are playing against each other right now to face up against 5ANC. We'll take a break for now until the lobby's up and ready, and we'll come back with some more Dota 2 here for the ESL One Genting Qualifiers for Europe. Woohoo!